So we have two distributions here, scores of runs scored by player A and runs scored by player B in certain number of innings. So we'll take them as X and Y respectively, and for them we'll calculate the values of mean, standard deviation, CV. Now since they are discrete data, only the values of X and X square are sufficient for finding mean, variance or standard deviation, and then the values of CV. Now first problem ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ತರ one C nado 1A I guess. 1B. So it's similar to 1B, but two set of raw data are given. So we'll compute mean of your X, standard deviation of X, and standard deviation CV of X. So error standard deviation ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಬರೀ sigma ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯೋ ಬಂದು will indicate as sigma of X and CV of X. Since it is raw data, you will use the formulas for raw data only. X bar is equal to sigma X divided by n, small n, and standard deviation is equal to square root of sigma X square divided by small n minus X bar whole square. So refer problem 1B, and CV always remains the same, sigma by X bar into 100. Now evaluate the same steps for the second distribution, which are the scores of player B. Obtain the totals, write the totals below the table, and compute the values of Y bar, standard deviation of Y, and CV of Y. Notation Y use ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಲ್ಲೂ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ Y ಅಂತಾನೆ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. Sigma Y by n, sigma Y square by n, Y bar by sigma Y into 100. Now sometimes n will be different. So here both have played around say 10 innings, but some cases the number of innings could be different. So in that case we'll take n1 as and n2 as the indicators notation. Now tell me who is more consistent. ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೀನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಡಿವಿಯೇಷನ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಿರಿ, CV ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಿರಿ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೇಗ ಬೇಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇವಾಗ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಮೀನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಡಿವಿಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. So mean of X is coming to 49.8 and mean of Y is coming to 36. So these are the values. So we are observing CV for y is lesser. So we can say since mean yaar ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ x bar ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದು. So since x bar greater than y bar, player A is better scorer, and then since CV of x less than CV of y, we have x of player A, sorry, ulta aydalva, CV of y less than CV of x, player B is more consistent. Since x bar greater than y bar, player A is better scorer. So this is what you have to do for the next two distributions also. So write them, identify the type, whether it is raw, discrete, or continuous, use the respective formulas, but at the end you will be concluding based on the value of standard deviation CV. Now ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು CV ಯಾಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ಗೂ ನಾವು CV ಮೇಲೆ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು, whether the units are same or not. But whereas in this case the unit of measurement is same, runs only. So just by looking into the standard deviation as well as mean, you can give the conclusion. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ standard deviation of B is lesser. So lesser the standard deviation, less variance, and more closer the observations are. If you look into the values of Y, almost all are closer to the values of mean. Whereas here, if you look into the values, you have values which are very far from mean, like 120, 115, 5, and 7. So these are all the values which are far away. So larger the pack or the spread of the data, less consistent and more variation will be in the data. Closer the distance between x values and its mean x bar, will have less consistency and more uniformity present in the data. ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಬರೀರಿ, ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿ. ಆಗಿರೋರು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಹೋಗಿ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಬರೀರಿ. x equals distribution of life of refrigerators of A, y is equal to distribution of life of refrigerators of B. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಹ್ಞೂ ಸರ್.
We'll take the next one then. What about others? Only one student is responding. So we'll solve this similar to the previous one, but only difference is it is a continuous frequency distribution. So we have life of refrigerators manufactured by two companies, say A and B. So we take X is equal to life of refrigerators of company or produce A, and Y is equal to life of refrigerators of company B. First, we'll write the distribution for X. So we have class intervals 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, and 10 to 12. And then now for frequencies, you will take the frequency of distribution A, which is 5, 16, 13, 7, 5, 4. Now obtain mean, standard deviation, and C. So we'll take X as the midpoint here. So we'll have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. So compute X square, Fx, and Fx square. Obtain mean, standard deviation, and C. Similarly, take the distribution of Y. So after computation of that, you will have the same class intervals and same table almost, but the frequencies will be considered as the frequencies of Y, which are 2, 7, 12, 19, 9, and 1. So this will be now indicated by Y. You will have Y square, F into Y, F into Y square. So obtain mean, standard deviation, and CV. Identify where the life is more, that is better. Identify where the CV is less, those as uniform life. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ IQR ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ QD ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಸ್ಕಿಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೋ ಇಟ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರತಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ಗೂ QD ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ QD ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, IQR ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ IQR ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಏನ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ. The next problem is also similar. There instead of giving you class intervals, they have given you the values of X itself. So ಇದೇ ತರ distribution of A, distribution of B ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿವಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇವೆ ಎವಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? So if you have understood, I'll end the session here. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀರಾ? Okay. So complete these two problems, the last two, and please share the answers in the group by evening. So I'll end the session here. Do you want the recordings to be shared?